All right. Well, you knew this video was coming. It was just a matter of time and me getting some energy, lots of energy. This rainbow-coloured is not that I've gone gay or anything. This is actually well, it's interesting because they started with black, but these are the Sam's Fact books, photofact CB radio series of books, and basically, you know, obviously. This volume 1, 2 and 3, and really just to be fair, probably won't hurt to point out, this is 1961 when someone had the smart idea to, I think it was Howard Sam's, I think from the signature of, I've got to check that, but yeah, so virtually he came out with the concept of oh, hang on, let me just get this one. I'll just put this one down for a second before I do something stupid. I haven't got quite the room there to get that back in there. I just realised Sam's bird meter book stop is not quite as flexible as I thought. I thought I'd just push it in there. Anyway, these books were, you know, fantastic for the fact that you can pretty much look up any of the old radios that, you know, we're sort of playing around with, and there's just hundreds and hundreds of them here at the moment that just, and I don't know how we're going to deal with it all at the moment. It's just crazy. There's stuff on the floor, there's stuff in the shed, there's stuff in containers, and so we're going to get cracking on a system and get on top of it all. But probably one of the examples is there is, by the way, an entire radio list that you can just look at. So you can say, I want to look at a Craco, but I want to look at the 40 channel version of the Craco, and it'll tell you, look, go to issue volume number 109, maybe 291, or it's there's a little bit of controversy, and I haven't really found out the answer as to whether there was a misprint on one. There's one particular radio that refers to 292. Now, everywhere that we've checked, there is no 292. So we're putting it down to a misprint, but it's a really bit of a strange one. But I mean, to take the last episode, or episode, geez, like a TV series, you know, and this is how they came out, basically. You were told what it was. Now, the L132 Craig, believe it or not, was very much a SBE Console 6. So, you know, it was something that you could go into it and say to yourself, right, the reason I know that it is because I just the other day was fixing a SBE Console 6 and was in here having a look at all the circuit diagram and the different bits and pieces and saying, righto, and someone will prove me wrong on that one, so they'll go and check that, they'll fact check me and go, no, it was that Craig 134 you were using. But oh, hang on, let me just get this in here. That's it. But you're getting the general idea of what you know, is available in these books, and some people, you know, sort of would say, hey, they take up a lot of space, but the truth is, the number of times I've gone to them just recently, and I had them sitting on the floor down here, which was not good. And I did the right thing. I promised Ross I'd get them out of the shed as soon as possible, and that happened pretty fast. But from the floor to here took another couple of weeks. I don't know. That's right. These were stacked with radios, all the SPEs, and my original sort of radios I had before Ross. There's sort of like before Ross, and then there's after death, you know, sort of, which is when all the radios arrived here from Ross. But no, look, in a real positive way. It's been tremendous fun, and it's really made me remember a lot of my apprentice days, you know, just fixing bits and pieces. And I just wish I could tell you everything was in a bit more of a system that would work. We really need that doorway through there finished off. As you can see, we've, you know, partially ready to go. We've got to flush off all this gyprock, and through that doorway is a room about 4 times the size of this room. So that's really going to help us a lot to just to get my own stuff sorted out. And that's not really for the collectible stuff. It's But these manuals here, I just don't see them moving anywhere but staying where they are, because they really are just something that I want to keep out of the elements. And this room's pretty well temperature controlled, so it's good for them. Anyway, so there you go. There's you can slow-mo me if you the video if you want, but Ross does not miss a trick through this. And as you go through and you do your counting, we had to check all these, and if anybody comes up with one that says, hey, you've got one out of order, please tell me. I've tried to check them. I've had a few out since, I must admit, but anyway, so there you go. That's the collection of photofact books. Very interesting. Sorry, the one fact that I did find out from an email I sent the guys, the family of Sam's, got an email back that said the reason they went from the black binders was that the only thing that differentiated was, you know, 1, 2, 3, and they felt that they needed to add some colour to just try and change it. And at one stage, there was actually a theory that they were going to use colours for different months, and but somehow that fell to bits, and they just started using all colours of the rainbow.